pieces. There's a little sea strainer for this engine. I also have a vented loop. And that hatch is actually going to go up forward where the chain locker is. So that's going to be the chain locker hatch. So I got all the parts and pieces for the fuel tanks, the fuel and water tanks. I've got to wait until next month to buy the charcoal or the coal paint or whatever it is that you paint on the inside and the outside of the tanks. It's kind of like a barrier coat, but it's the fuel won't eat the paint. I gotta wait till next month in order to afford it, so we're saving up our money now. Polyestering today. I polyestered inside of this hatch. So it is glassed in here now. And then I finished glassing in here. So this is complete now. So now it's ready for grinding and gel coating. And then that's where that hatch is going to go up there. And then I'm going to do fillets for all the wood, but these are going to be epoxy. The wood pieces, all the wood pieces. So we started grinding underneath the boat, taking off the bottom paint so that we could do the barrier coat. And we realized that the boat is in great shape. I think it's already been barrier coated. My next task, actually, which I'm going to start on right now, is we ground down all of the rust spots that were starting to happen on the bus and asphalt it. So now I'm going to just put some real thin epoxy on there and get it ready to glass, patch it up. But it definitely needs it because it is rusting pretty bad some places all the way through. And Pete actually made some pieces to go up here to glass on there, which is awesome. But it's worked its way through on the right here. So I'm going to go around and just put thin epoxy on there and get it ready for glass work. There goes Pete. Off into the sunset. Doing what he loves to do. He's grown up surfing. Well, I went away for one day and Pete's already got a bowsprit started for the Pacific Seacraft.
That's how it's going to look.
Is it going to be painted or varnished?
I think we'll varnish it just to say. Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Freaking chill out.
So yeah, he glued that all up today, or yesterday.
Got, promoted at the house over there.
And then he also ground down these tanks so they are ready for paint. And he got the paint yesterday. Motar. Well, I've been busy shipping books. All the books I'm shipping out. Pete has begun shaping the bowsprit for the Pacific Seacraft. I want to film you doing the. Okay.
Yeah, just trying to draw knife it down and getting it close. And then, I mean, this is just some wood we had, so we're going to make it work. But it is thick as spruce. But I want to glue some pieces on the square part. And we got that. Where's that little?
Yeah, I already showed that yesterday.
Here it is. Yeah. We're going to make it look like that. So I got quite a bit to go on the end to make it that big. But I'm going to start by making it that big, and then I'm going to work this into it. You know?
Yeah.
close ground. That'd be cool. So, just start.
What's that for?
Just so I know where to start. That's how far on the deck it sits.
Oh, okay.
And then it hangs over a little square and then starts getting around from there out. So that's all that hangs over the deck.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big bowsprit for a little boat. But I mean, you can always put the sail here and let it stick out, you know, once through the side.
Right.
I'd rather have a sail out on the end, I think.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's all kind of a... See, that doesn't look good having that. That might be that lady.
The bowsprit.
I think it's too long.
Then you got an inner head stay that goes up here that you leave up all the time. That one's for light air out there, so you can just drop it.
And you could have the the rat lines or whatever.
The way your feet's sitting is so
Where's
funny.
the inner? Where's the inner one go?
Tanks are painted black. And now we're just checking all the fittings that I got. And then we're gonna glass the top on. And the water tanks need painting with epoxy, which we're trying to decide if it's cheaper just to use epoxy and then get some white tint, or if it's cheaper to get the actual paint, which is kind of expensive, not gonna lie. Anyways, tanks are almost ready. Fill intake, which is going to have
Touch it.
copper tube that goes down. Return vent.
Don't forget your return.
Pete is JB welding these.
And show them the tank's black now.
Yeah. And then this is the water tank. It's going to have the fill, the intake, and the vent. Tanks are now black. We're going to paint epoxy on the inside of the water tank. And this is ready for fuel now. Sitting. Pete shaped the bowsprit. So that's all shaped and ready whenever we are.
I don't know why they're putting roller furling on this boat.
Oh yeah?
I've had roller furling, but
I don't know if we can afford it.
it might make sense.
And then the other thing Pete had JB welded was this is the vented loop for the engine. Actually, I wonder if he knows that there's like a little hole right there.